Alright guys, Predator Badlands. The director is teasing a spine rip in the movie that is one for the books. Now, not quite sure how that's going to work because there is no humans. Hopefully it's a really cool animal. Or maybe even another predator. Have we ever seen a predator having a spine rip? I don't think we have we? Have we ever seen a predator get spine ripped? Ooh, I don't know. Anyway, this is, of course, some of the information coming out of Hall H, San Diego Comic-Con. This is an Entertainment Weekly article. They're beginning all of their buzz, and this is just some interesting stuff. So I thought we'd dive into it. The first 15 minutes of Predator Badlands was screened at Hall H. There is a reaction video and a footage description on my channel. Go check it out. It's great. It sounds awesome. So let's dive into this. Please do hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn those bell notifications on. So Entertainment Weekly. Title: Predator Badlands. Director teases a spine rip in the movie that is one for the books. I think it rivals any from the other entries in the franchise. That's quite something. That's bold. That's really bold. So Predator Badlands is going to be a spine ripping good time. Director Dan Trachtenberg tells Entertainment Weekly that his new entry into the Predator and Alien franchise features what he believes is the most epic act of violence against a back ever. There is a spine rip in the movie that is one for the books, the filmmaker says in EW's Comic-Con studio on Friday. I think it rivals any from the other entries in the franchise. I mean, that's quite saying something. So Predator Badlands centers on Deck, a young and hungry Yautja warrior who is the runt of the litter in his clan and has a whole lot to prove. He teams up with an unlikely ally, Thea, a synthetic made by Weyland-Yutani Company. So the director reveals that both characters get in on the action in this movie. The combat, she kicks some butt in this movie, and Dimitri kicks some butt. So Fanning reveals that the action is a big part of why she wanted to join this film. I'd never done a role that required so much physicality, or this much physicality, and fight training and learning fight choreography. That was new territory for me. Her co-star, Schuster Kaloa Matangi, had a much different kind of challenge when it came to portraying a young predator, not with the fighting, but with the way the Yautja speaks. The language, if I'm honest, that was one of the most challenging things, but also the most rewarding. Now, they actually developed a language for this. Apparently, they sat down and actually developed a language. The whole time filming, I was learning every day, a good few months of just preparation. What the actors can't wait for audiences to see is the chemistry and relationship between their characters. It's a very unlikely duo, Schuster says. They are very different in terms of where they come from and pretty much everything about them, but throughout the film they find the similarities they share and they work together to take down some bad guys. Fanning loves how unprecedented this movie is for the Predator franchise, particularly because of the relationship at its centre. It has heart and emotion, and there's humanity to it. But there's only synthetic creatures and androids. What Dan has thought up is quite genius. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Synthetic creatures? What? What do you mean by synthetic creatures? That's very interesting. As for who would win in a fight between a predator and a synthetic android, the director promises fans will soon find out. The movie answers that question to an exponential degree, Trachtenberg teases. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. So, there you go. Yeah. That's quite compelling, actually, isn't it? I can't get over the fact that they're saying there's only synthetic creatures and androids. Now, is that a misspeak? Where actually what they mean is Yeah, is that a misspeak? Is what they're meaning there to say that there are creatures and synthetics? I don't know. That's very, very surprising to hear. But there you go. I mean, a few things to take home from this. A spine rip that is one for the books. Well, I'm excited for that. Do I care if it's a synthetic, like an android? I'd prefer proper blood. I don't know whether there was an official rating for this yet. I mean, it should be, at bare minimum, in the UK anyway, it's known as a 15. And then an 18 is the really, really bloody stuff. So you would hope that it would be at the bare minimum a 15. Yeah. Very, very surprising. I like the fact that they're saying about the physicality. Now, Elle Fanning is playing two different synthetics, androids, in this movie. Which we knew anyway. Like, we knew that a long time ago. So that's, I'm guessing, who Deck is going to face off against, as well as, of course, the soldiers that we see in the movie. They're synthetics. But presumably, Deck will face off against the other Elle Fanning synthetic. And that will be, you know, the decider on who wins in a fight, a predator or a synthetic android. Which I think that'll be quite interesting. And I hope to God, I really hope to God, the synthetic doesn't win. Elle Fanning should not win. Which I'm guessing, again, is the case, because Dan Trachtenberg did say this entire movie was spawned from the idea of the Predator always losing. The Predator never wins. So if you take on that, I mean, one would imagine he's going to win in the end. So we'll have to see. We will have to see. The heart and emotion, the humanity, we know kind of the basis of that anyway, because that's the first opening, the 15 minutes. We'd already heard what happens in that, and it does sound great. So there you go. Love the sound of this. Quite intrigued. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. There's a few more little bits and pieces that I want to cover. But that's it for now. So, yeah, leave your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye now.